Welcome back. This is Lone Wolf, and we are playing Vintage Story, version 119.8. We've got to find a place to put these tree cuttings, fruit tree cuttings. I know we have these. And then, yeah, we got these here. So, breadfruit, orange, pomegranate, orange, pomegranate, and olive. Okay. Not interested in the holes. My wall of better crates, so we'll make one to replace this one. All right. Check on the cementation furnace. It is low. How low can you go? Made a new fire pit this last time. Well, actually, yeah, okay. So we got some peanut seeds to go place out in the farm area. Seriously, you're ready for harvest? Couple of 11s in there. Nice. Well, I did shut off the AC before I started recording, but holy crap, it is altogether too hot in here already. So I try to record without it, but the cool evenings of July have passed, and so far we're at the hot evenings of August, so. Not sure I have every tool that I want for spares in here. And I do. Apparently we've got some leather to process here. Okay. Alright, looks like we're set up for more leather processing. If I could just sit there. Oh well, let's see if we can get some milk. Apparently we can. Two choices. So we're going to swap this one out for the one with the least number of days left on it in here. 22, 29. Okay. No, we need to get that stuff processed. How we doing? Got enough there for 3 more. Well, doing okay on the charcoal. I guess I didn't even bother to look at the feeding of the cattle while that was out there. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. Nice lag. Guess we could do this. Alright. But he looks fat and happy. Do something we haven't done in a long time. But not here to our apiary and do some harvesting. Yep, buzz, 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 buzz. We have definitely been in the lantern making business recently. So we've been going through our candles. Doing my pattern that I want to do. Wait, where's my fourth? Oh, okay. Give me one, please. Thank you. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. It was what I wanted to do. Jeez. Well, why, how quickly you forget, Wolf. Apparently, four stacks of reeds is quite really alright. Well, I'll have to come back to that in a second. again. Maybe 4 stacks of reeds is perfect. Ah, one too many skep size, too many skeps. Back and get it. Looks like I might have done this as I intended to, take half the skeps. Maybe we should put a chest out there. That way when I goof up, I have a way to help myself out of the problem. Yeah, no figure 8 racing for me. Hey, lots of shaken honey out of honeycombs. I probably am going to need another barrel. Let's fill this one up first. I've changed the threshold on my mic because it seems like sometimes when I was talking, part of what I was saying, when I started speaking, it was taking too long to start recording my audio or letting it through anyways. So I reduced that, but I think that's going to let some of the noise from the air conditioner get through, but it's probably, I don't know. I'm trying to make my audio better, can I say? I can do what I can do. Alright, at least we've been actually using honey for something, which is making our bandages. So that's nice that we're actually consuming some of it. Its other use would be to be used in some recipes for cooking, adding some fruit nutrition, fruit nutrition. Now, what are you doing? Thank you. Holding shift and right clicking and you start making sounds of eating the darn stuff. No, that's not what we were doing. So, come on. That's sweet. 18 candles from that. Excellent. Speaking of using honey, yeah, looks like our bandages supply is holding up. Some fruit. That is plenty. You know, I am very tempted at getting my crowbar out, breaking down 2 more translocators so that I can just go upstairs, step on the translocator, and show up at my my new second base, my new and second base. Because while this is nothing horrible, I'd rather not do this. I'd rather just step on the TL and boom, I'm there. So that's something I'm going to think about. I do have a fair few translocators that I've discovered marked that have definitely not been repaired, that are sitting there as possible candidates for me to take down. Have I never done this before here? Well, I guess I'm doing it now. So I want to thank you for being here, choosing to spend your time to be here with me and watch this episode. And I hope you're going to enjoy it. I can't tell you anything about it because none of this is scripted. Just whatever comes to my mind, whatever it throws at me. Not that I don't have some overall plans of what I want to do, but for the most part, yeah, it's whatever comes up. I would like to, I'd like to take this road and extend it off to the south. So that we can come down here and connect to this translocator here without having to go cross country. And this should be 15, 16 days. Probably still says 16 days. Oh, 14.8. Oh my. Red fruit is getting close. Gee, the game thinks that when you come out at y equals 18, that, or 13, whatever it was, that the music should stop playing. I can't understand why. Of course, he says with all sarcasm. So all of this would be nice just to hop on a teal like I already did right there at my house and come out all the way out here. Actually being in the ruin instead of coming out to the ruin. I do love the cornflowers, thank you. Very happy with what they've done to line this road. And we'll do more of it. Oh, we got a friend here named Panda. So, I have never dug into one of these ruins to see what's underneath it. I am very interested in seeing what's underneath it. If I'm going to use this in any base type of situation, I'm going to want to know what's underneath it. What's on the inside. So where would be a good place maybe to dig in here? Maybe this isn't a bad place to do it. Hope nobody's out there screaming, "Don't do it, Wolf, don't do it." Well, I'm going to do it because I'm not altering the base in any way, shape, or form. Not changing the landscaping. Let's see, how many doors do I have in here? 1 or 2. Good, 2. I say good because I want a double wide door right here. I literally have absolutely no guesses as to what's underneath the base. I do find it interesting. This is dirt right here, though. Here we've run into dirt as well. This does surprise me. So here we're almost directly under my waypoint. Huh. So looks like this is the wall here. So it seems to me like I should feel free to do what I want to under here. Because while the upper level of this is so beautiful, and we've got some really cool rooms already made up there, I don't know exactly how I'm going to use this place, but I'm absolutely committed that this is going to be an important place for me. Of course, I come here and I'm digging this all out, and I didn't bring anything to light anything up in here. the footprint of this covers a large area. And if I'm going to do anything with this place, absolutely want to take advantage of this space. Be fairly reasonable to be under the, not even the first level wall, but so if we were looking at this from outside, you've got this uppermost terrace here, and then there's all kinds of construction up here. And then you've got a level going around that, and then there's another level right here. And all of this is elevated. This isn't necessarily so much elevated. So what is important for me about this place in terms of what I might do here? What's important is that I leave how it looks absolutely unspoiled, unchanged. I'll have to kind of verify that what I'm thinking is right. Correct, I guess I should say. I just find it very interesting that it's all dirt under here. Maybe it was made dirt by the creator of this ruin, just so that make it for a nice place to dig out to build under the ruin. It'd be interesting to know what the creator of this specific room had in mind, if anything. This is quite a bit of space down here. And a guy could go up from here, a guy could go down from here. You guys got all kinds of choices. So you live in this gorgeous place, but you really kind of live in below it or interior to it. I just absolutely want to leave it unchanged on the surface, other than getting rid of all the stupid grass that I think, and the dead crops that makes it look completely unkept and uncared for. That's what draws to my mind when I see all that. This place is far too beautiful to be left looking abandoned like that to me. Nope. Well, yeah, that would have been fine. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I need some bread. So I think what I'm going to do is put a little map dot in each of the four corners into here. And then we'll go to the surface and see, kind of compared to what's going on up there. Versus what I've done. Maybe I extend the perimeter down here. Maybe I think, you kind of made a mistake, Wolf. We don't know. So this is the perimeter. Oh. This is not the perimeter. Apparently this is the perimeter. So more of the top terrace I see. So there's lots more room I can come out down there. Much more room down the top. This is kind of where I was thinking I was at, was this perimeter here. There's a whole lot more space than I was thinking. But what's over here? Okay. That being the case, alright, so that can get a lot bigger. What I just want to avoid doing is coming up into the building somewhere. Definitely not what I want to do. Midnight just happened. Be very large in here. Okay, well, there's the perimeter on this side. Oh, we found a secret. I was hoping there would be something. The only thing that would be in that seed vessel that I would be excited about is the pumpkin seeds. So yes, I do need to go crack it open and see what's in it. Well, I agree with myself. That's the right place. Let's go see what's in this seed vessel. Hello, seed vessel. What have you got for me? Turnip, really? Okay. Oh, come on, Wolf. Don't do that. That was all you, buddy. All you. Turnip seeds. Yeah, I don't think so. But getting pumpkin seeds is not an everyday event. Hoping for them can be an everyday event. Expecting them? No, it should not be an everyday. What I find interesting is that on the other side of this, there's, grass-covered block. Time for a drink. Time for much more lanterns. I want to light it up on the inside, on the outside, on the perimeter. I mean, our original home seems awfully darn safe. When I get drifters spawning on the inside, it's because I've changed something. I didn't light it up properly. Because it's pretty well lit. And we don't have a drifter problem in there. But what I've just done, dug here, is a great big drifter spawning area. It's just a massive area. Dirt's good. Helps me make roads. So we've got this bit of dirt here, and then we've got a bit of stone over to the right. No. No, 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 no. That is completely incorrect. We've got all this to dig out too. So no little bit here. A lot here to dig out. See how far back that goes that way. I do not, as I've thought about it, I have no plans currently to put in automation here. How could I add a windmill to this place and have it not look like absolute dog crap compared to what it looks like right now? I don't see that. If I did that, it would be somewhere away from the ruin. And you can pipe with enough axles. You can pipe the power from a massive windmill tower. Waterways. It takes a lot of energy to turn all those axles. And we did have a problem on one of our servers on our Fury where there was a massive windmill. Anyways, we moved it. I world edited it and moved it because when you would come to town, there was so much lag that it made coming to the town an act of frustration. So that was no good. Unfortunately, that didn't make all of our problems go away at the town. The town was absolutely beautiful. The craftsmanship and work of all the people that they did there, and the town was called Lake Town. It was incredible. So we moved one of the potential problems, and it did help improve the lag, but it didn't make the lag go away by moving the big giant tower. There was just every single block in that town, I think, had been chiseled for the most part. And that'll slow a server down right in its tracks. So we still had a lag issue, but we didn't have as much of an issue as we had before. I mean, this windmill structure was huge. I don't know how many windmills was in it, but 50 would be a conservative number. I'm sure there was more than 50 windmills in it. And it powered a public area. And it did a great job of running all the machines. But the entire area just, as soon as a person would come to Lake Town, it would actually lag the whole server. Because it just overloaded the server with just too much work. So then we all just did our best to stay away from Lake Town. Those that were remaining, people that had built it for the most part, had stopped playing. The lag was really bad, and in the end was the demise of that server. As far as I know, I left before the server was replaced or abandoned completely. And I can't say what has been improved. On Vintage Story to help make something like that be okay. Alright, so we're just gonna finish this little bit, then we're gonna return back to my home, single base, and might have a little time to do a few things, but for the most part, in the episode when we get back shortly thereafter. This is a huge footprint. Oh my. Now the question is, can I get through here? Ah yes, I made it so that I could. And yes, I do want to have a grand road on that side. Place two. Oh, is that just not gorgeous? Well, I think it is. Oh, that's pretty spectacular scene too. I know I'm gonna have some screenshots to choose from. Weakness. Yeah, I can see yeah. The more I think about it, the more, yes, absolutely, I'm going to tear down 2 more translocators. And make a connection between original home and this one. Got lots of bamboo to clean up. Grr, grr, grr. Always will it be grr, grr, grr. There is a cave system here that I do want to explore. Stay away from the lava, yes please. I wonder how many times I walked by that breadfruit tree. Never saw it. It was, you know, in my defense, it wasn't exactly the most outstanding tree in the area, but you kind of feel silly that you didn't see it. That's the old mango tree here. A long time before it's fruit. That's okay. I assume that I have the mangoes in the cellar. I mean, where else would I put them? But can I tell you that's where they are? No. But I can tell you that's the only place that would make sense to have them. So we've got a lot of lanterns to make for this new place. Grrr. Wondering, yep. Without that upgrade, that would all be contained in that chest. Definitely past where the standard bread crate could hold. Beyond its capacity. We're going to fill this up to capacity. And we will have more than we could handle. Oops. Nothing wrong with turnips, especially early game. Get some turnip seeds, get them planted because they'll keep you alive. Oh my gosh, we have 8 of them. But are you actually ready to be harvested now? Only seeing 12s, so probably. We will worry about that in another episode. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time here with me. I appreciate it. And I hope that you have gotten some value out of watching this. I feel like you, I just hope you enjoyed it. That's really all there is to it. I don't know why I'm putting that on. So, I've had fun playing. If you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing to my channel. For all of those who already have, I thank you so much. If you like this video, click on the like button. I would love to hear from you, so please post any comments, questions, ideas, whatever, on my episodes in the comments section. As always, come watch the next video, won't you? Thank you so much, and goodbye.